Hey everybody, and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 12th of March. So the first aspect of the 12th of March is Mars BiQuintile Pluto, which is exact at 1:15 a.m. So the good points are that it's allowing us to put a personal touch to whatever we do today. It's a great energy giving us the stamina, re-energizing us and making us feel a bit more still in our fast-paced environment today. So some of you may feel more resourceful, find clever solutions to any problems or obstacles that you may encounter, giving us the chance to be more resilient. And if we just put in some hard work, whatever challenges come to us, whether this be in our relationships, in our work, or anything else that we face today, we have the ability to make the best of it. You know, life is kind of crap sometimes. So this is giving us the ability to make the best of our lives despite any current psychological, spiritual or emotional trauma that we're facing today. We have the capacity to go deep within ourselves to find the answers and solutions to our problems. However, this may not be an easy and straightforward process. It can overwhelm us. We may feel exhausted by it. We may find it difficult to stay focused on the task of healing, because it's like sometimes can just be so draining and so much easier to distract ourselves, right? But it's reminding us that, if you feel overwhelmed today, take some regular breaks if you can, even if it's just a mental break, even though, the world and everything's still going on around you. Try and seek refuge within yourself. Focus on your well-being. Sometimes people may feel confused and overwhelmed and kind of like paralyzed, especially if you're having to make a decision, especially if it's to do with Pluto or Mars stuff. So we're talking about career, sets, joint finances and other resources, maybe having to sort out inheritances or insurances and stuff like that. So it's important to take the necessary steps needed to improve your well-being at this time and to process your emotions, but also do not run away from the challenges, face them. Also today, Mercury makes a contra-parallel to Chiron. So on the positive side, this transit gives us the opportunity to heal, so it's supporting what the Mars BiQuintile Pluto energy wants us to do, allows us to be more self-aware and be more in tune with our thoughts and feelings, and this can help us make better decisions. Also, this energy can open up new pathways for us to explore, especially in the realms of our relationships. So this is good if you're having to deal with any conflicts. This can help reduce it. On the downside, this transit can bring about feelings of restlessness, anxiousness and vulnerability, which can add to these arguments. It's contradictory, add to the misunderstandings and make even the smallest conflicts blow out proportion. Additionally, this transit can be incredibly intense as our emotions may be heightened and we may just become overwhelmed by the sheer force of our emotions, or other people's emotions can do this. So, you may have a lover or friend who's experienced something bad, or they may have a problem with you, and it just can just lead you to overthinking, feeling confused and feeling drained as well. So again, this aspect wants us to be mindful and to prioritize our own well-being in a polite sort of like way, but don't make anyone sort of like overstep your boundaries, but don't overstep anyone else's boundaries or invalidate their feelings as well. It's also reminding us to take the time that's needed to process our emotions in a constructive manner, and to take that time out to reflect on how we can learn from this situation and handle our emotional experiences, because we may try and avoid and numb with our addictions and stuff through the intensity of feelings and others, but this transit really wants us to try and find a way to deal with it. So it's helping with all sort of work that you may be doing on your personal spiritual development. Also today, Venus enters Aries, so I'm going to put that on a separate file, so check out not the price list. I'm going to keep that in. Check out the playlist. So yeah, also today, Jupiter makes a conjunction to Chiron. So again, this energy can bring about an exciting opportunities for healing and growth. So all the transits today are supporting growth. Also, some of you may experience more luck by taking risks. Some of you may find some wisdom by, I don't know, reading or researching, watching a TV show, or for some of you it would just be working with your emotions and going within yourself and allowing yourself to work through any challenges that you may face. Again, the downside of this transit is that it can bring up painful memories and difficult issues and unresolved problems that you've been avoiding for a long time to the surface, and this can create a struggle that the other transits are also adding to the anxiety and stress. Some of you may be tempted to ignore or suppress your emotions once again, but this transit really wants us to find healthy ways to work through our uncomfortable feelings and reminds us that, you know, constantly worrying and running away from our past doesn't help, but also ruminating and keep on bringing up the past doesn't help as well. So it wants us to find a balance between healthily having fun. We're here to have a good time, and it's not always going to be a long time, so you know life is short and all of that. But in order to enjoy the fullness of life, we do have to take care of those things like taxes and our emotions and our feelings and stuff. So again, this energy, you know, is supporting our sort of self-reflection and growth. Also today, the moon enters void of course at 4:32, and then Venus makes a semi-sextile to Neptune at 7:09. So again, this energy is a great opportunity to work towards your goals in spite of your feelings. So this is supporting you, you know, doing that stiff upper lip, keeping calm and carrying on, that we can do sometimes in England, and to also learn from whatever's happening now, even if it is difficult for you. This is just empowering you to work through those emotions and to keep on going and to take that time out and develop the resilience and resourcefulness needed, not only for today but for your life, because you know these transits come up often and so do our feelings. So this energy allows us to be more empathetic towards ourselves and other people, and be inspired by your own self or by someone else. Especially some of you may encounter someone from more of a disadvantaged background than you, and you can be more kinder to them at this time, or you can be this kind person for someone else, you know, someone else is being kind to you. So this transit, all in all, allows us to develop a greater appreciation for ourselves and the people around us, and to be more patient and to build that self-awareness and work towards building those skills that makes us successful in the long term. Also today, Mars enters Gemini at 11:33. I'm going to put that in a separate file as well. And the Moon also enters Scorpio, so if you want to know more about that, just check out the playlist. So yeah, that's the daily scopes for the 12th of March. Take care.